Assalamu alaikum, dear friends, how are you? I welcome you here on my training channel. My name is Abdul Khalid. To be able to live a good life, we need several skills, and those who don't know any of the skill, obviously, they lead a difficult life. Their life is a failure. Some of the skills are important, another some of these are very important. Still, some of the skills are essential. Today, we are going to talk about one skill that is more important than any other skill the human being can ever learn. So, that is the skill of decision making. Being able to take the good decision, the decision at the right time, the right type of decision. I think that define how kind of what kind of life we are going to live. Everybody who lived a successful life, who lived a great life, I think they all have one thing in common. That one thing in common was that they took the right decision. It does not mean that they are free of the failures. It does not mean that they are free of the mistakes or the errors. Not at all. But, dear friends and fellows, overall, our decision making must be a very good one. And unless and until we become, generally speaking, and overall, unless and until we do become a person who take the right decision, I think we are not going to succeed at all. So that is the topic of our discussion today. So there are certain steps which we need to learn if at all we want to take the right decision. First of all, it is define the problem. We need to define the problem. Clearly identify the issue or choice you need to make. Identification of the problem or defining of the problem is as important as it is, diagnosing a disease in a man, in a woman. Unless and until we don't diagnose the right disease, I think we are not going to treat. Nobody can treat it. Even the best doctor on earth will not be able to treat them well unless and until they diagnose the issue properly. So defining the problem, that is the number one thing. Now the number two thing is gather information. We need to gather the information, collect relevant facts. We need to collect the relevant facts and data related to the decision. Unless and until we don't have the relevant facts, and unless and until we don't have the relevant information, I think taking the right decision will be impossibly difficult. So that is another step. The second step. Now the third is set goals. What is the setting of the goal? Determine what you want to achieve with your decision out of this given situation. What you want to achieve, we must be very clear about it. Unless and until we do it well, again we will be in the total dark. We need to take the right to be able to take the right decision. We need to decide what is my goal here, what kind of solution, what kind of outcome do I want out of this situation. But remember one thing, that our goal here must be very realistic, must be very reasonable, must be very attainable, because sometimes we are demanding some impossibly difficult thing, so that is unachievable. Nobody is going to cooperate us in that context. It is like you want to sell something and you are asking for a very unreasonable price, five times more than what you deserve, what your product is worth of. Then what is going to happen? It will never be able to sold. So the right thing is that take make set goal, setting of the goal. Now the fourth is weigh option, weighing of the option. Consider different choices and evaluate their pros and cons. Consider different choices and evaluate their pros and cons. This is the choice available. This is the choice available. This is the choice available. I do have four options. I do have two options. I do have three options. I think first of all we need to enlist that these are the options available these are the choices. I need to choose one, and then we need to do the pros and cons of each of the choice available, each of the option available. That is very important. And listening of the options on the one hand, and then doing the pros and cons of these every option on the other hand. So that is, that is, consider different choices and evaluate their pros and cons. Fifth is, consider the alternative. What is this, by the way? Think about different perspectives and potential outcome. We are looking upon the situation from one angle only. Even if at all there are five family members, everybody maybe they are looking upon a situation, they are looking upon a problem from a different angle. So in the same manner, I think we should be ready to consider the perspective of another person, consider the alternative, think about different perspectives and potential outcome. If at all this perspective is correct one, what will be the outcome? If at all this perspective is correct one, what will be the outcome of all that? So the sixth is, trust your instinct. What is this, by the way? Listen to your inner voice and intuition. Listen to your inner voice and intuition. It does not mean that necessarily the inner voice or our intuition is going to be the 100% correct one, and all the other exercise is being done just in the vain. It's not like that at all. But at least it should not be ignored at the same time. We don't need to ignore. We rather need to listen the voice from inside. We need to pay attention to our intuition as well. So dear friends and fellows, now the seventh is, select advice, seek advice, seeking advice, consult with experts or the people you trust. Consult with experts or the people you trust. We need to consult other people as well. And those people, the people we trust and the people who are the expert, we need to consult. We need to seek advice of those people as well. Because, it is sometimes our own decision might be incomplete without including the advice from an expert, without including the advice from a trusted person. So seek advice. Now the eighth is, select the best choice. We need to select the best choice. Select the best option based on your analysis. We need to analyze. But once these are the seven, the four, the three, the two options, I think we need to choose the best one. How to choose which one is the best one? We have analyzed. Analysis is very important, and analysis, it is very important. Whatever whatever choice, whatever option emerges, the best one, or the relatively best one, or the relatively good one, based on our analysis, must be chosen. So that is, select the best choice. Now the ninth is, plan implementation. Now we need to plan the implementation. Put your decisions into action. That is, plan implementation. We need to implement it, because if at all the decision we have taken is indeed the best one, but we didn't put into action, I think it will be totally vain. All the exercise, and it will not yield any benefit at all. Whatever decision we have taken, I think we need to put it into practice. We need to implement it. And the tenth and the last is, review and adopt. Review and adjust. The tenth and the last is, review and adjust. It is reflect on your decision and make changes if needed. Reflect on your decision. Reflect on your decision and make changes if needed. Not unnecessarily. Not unnecessarily. Reflect on your decision and make changes if needed. So that is called review and adjust. So it is these are the 10 things. I think if at all we want to take the right decision, the good decision, we do have to take the 10 of these things into consideration, and then only we will be able to make the right decision, the best decision, the decision which is going to produce the very good results. Now we need to remember, decision making is a process. Decision making is a process, and it's okay to take your time. It's okay to take your time and revisit steps. It's okay to take your time and revisit steps as needed. It's a process. It's okay to take your time and revisit steps as needed. So that is a very very important discussion today, I think, because everybody need to make the right choices, the right decision, and this is the only way we can move forward. This is the only way we can develop. That's all from me.